Today I want to share an interesting lucid dreaming experience I had lately that was a bit of an experiment, and also I want to talk about what it could mean for inducing an out-of-body experience. Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It's me, Matt here, and today I'm talking about a lucid dreaming experience I had recently. So a few of you have requested that I share more of my experiences, and so I intend to do that. Actually recently, like the last week, I've barely been lucid dreaming. I had like one lucid dream in the last week. I'm not sure why that is. It may be because I moved my meditation to earlier in the day and I was getting a lot of my lucid dreams from meditation. It may also be because I've started using the sleep mask and I'm not actually, waking up as much through the night, which was one of the ways I used to induce lucid dreams. I would wake up in the middle of the night and then actually perform a technique. So that's not happening anymore. But anyway, I do have some old experiences that I want to share. This one isn't particularly old. It's from maybe a month or two ago. But anyway, here's the experience. So in the dream, I had my phone in my hand and I'm playing around with it. And the dream starts to fade away. Now at this point, it was kind of too late for me to, keep the dream going. So I had this idea. I have the phone in my hand and I'm interacting with it. What would happen if I keep interacting with it even as the dream ends? Because if you're rubbing your hands together when a dream ends, you can still feel your hands rubbing together even in the blackness once the dream has ended. So I thought, why don't I try do that? And I just kept pressing buttons on the phone and touching the phone all over. So I'm just doing this with my hand all over. And I keep doing that. So sure enough, the dream ends and I'm in the blackness. And then I open my eyes and I keep pressing. And I can see my room, I'm in bed, but I'm still pressing. I'm still pressing the phone in my dream, even though I'm no longer in the dream whatsoever. My hand, or the hand that I can feel in the dream, is there pressing. And what was interesting as well is I can move all of my body except for the hand that I'm pressing the phone with. That hand is just rigid by my side, paralysed still, and just won't move. I can, move my other arm, I can move my legs and so on, I can move my head, but I can't move that arm that is still interacting in the dream. Now this is really interesting. I've never had an experience like this before, but it did get me thinking about the potential this could have. Because for out-of-body experiences, it seems like movement plays a critical part in this. In fact, there was a study on astral projection on someone, they only took one participant. They took one participant who said they could astral project, and they studied what was going on in their brain when they believed they were projecting. Now what they noticed was that all the activity in the brain seemed to be in the area of your brain that is active when you're moving, when you're walking around and so on, suggesting that that part is involved with astral projection. So that might mean that, we don't leave our bodies after all. Maybe there is something that's just going on in the mind. But what I thought of when I was reading that study is how astral projection starts. Because a lot of the techniques to get you to astral project involve the sensation of movement. You are inducing a feeling of moving, a feeling of swinging back and forth, a feeling of climbing up a rope or a ladder. So if all of this astral projection thing, starts or happens in that area of the brain associated with movement, and you need these, movement cues where you actually feel like you're moving to induce it, I think there's a connection there. And it might be that this sensation of movement, that activating this part of your brain in a certain way is what causes the experience to happen. It may even be that if you do actually, if there is actually an out-of-body element to it and you are actually leaving your body, that the movement part is just what starts it happening. So how does this relate to what I was doing where I was still pressing the phone? Well, I was pressing the phone, so I was essentially moving a non-physical limb. I wasn't moving my actual hand was there laying beside me, but I was feeling as if I was moving, like a phantom limb almost. And that is kind of what you have to do when you astral project. You imagine a limb that is, imagine your limbs climbing up this rope, or you imagine your body swinging back and forth. But you don't use your real body, you use, a kind of phantom body to do that. And that is really hard sometimes. Sometimes it's really hard to actually imagine a second body, climbing up a rope. But what if you could go into a lucid dream, start, for example, the motion of climbing a rope by climbing an actual rope in the lucid dream, you conjure one up and start climbing it, and then exit the lucid dream while you're still climbing and just continue that climbing motion. So you would be in bed, frozen in place, but you would still feel yourself climbing, and because you can actually feel it, not just imagine it, you should be able to get out of body like that. So that's my theory, and if anyone here is more experienced at astral projection than me and actually is, quite proficient at getting out of their body, then I would like someone to try this out, and I'd love to hear, if this works for you guys. I'm going to try it out as soon as I get the opportunity to, but I would like to hear from some of you if it works, because I feel like this would be, a way of getting out of body a lot faster and a lot easier, because you don't have to kind of imagine the sensation so clearly if you can actually feel the sensation of the climbing the rope. I think it would work a lot faster and a lot better. That's just an idea, it might not work, but anyway, I just wanted to share that quick experience with you guys and what I think it means. So thank you guys for watching. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe up there for more, and if you want to keep watching, check out the video, it's linked on screen. Thanks for watching guys, take care.